Good day, everyone. Today, we're going to talk about linear algebra in data science and machine learning. My name is Marjun Guleta from Group 9, and these are my group mates Matthew Monay, Aaron Bubies, and Rani Espirito. Linear algebra is the foundation of data science, machine learning, because it gives us the mathematical language to represent, manipulate, and understand data. In these fields, data is almost always structured as arrays, vectors, or matrices, and these are exactly the building blocks of linear algebra. Whether we're scaling data, rotating it, or projecting it into new dimensions, linear algebra provides the framework to make sense of it. So, why is linear algebra so important in data science? First, it's the foundation of machine learning algorithms. Without it, we wouldn't be able to design or train models. It also enables dimensionality reduction, which helps us process data more efficiently, especially when working with large datasets. Another key point is eigenvalues and eigenvectors. They reveal patterns and variability within the data. We also use linear algebra to solve systems of equations, which is critical for optimization problems in AI. Finally, it plays a major role in image and signal processing, and it empowers accurate modeling, prediction, and decision making across different applications. Linear algebra isn't just a theory, it's a powerful tool for real world problems. For example, many problems can be modeled as linear equations and matrices. Matrices also represent transformations such as scaling, rotation, and projection, which is important in graphics and image analysis when working with datasets. We usually structure them as matrices, where rows are observations and columns are features. Eigenvalues and eigenvectors, again, show us the most important patterns in the data. Matrix operations also allow us to perform linear regression, helping us find the best fitting line or model. Finally, linear algebra supports classification methods like support vector machines, which are widely used in machine learning. Now, let's focus on vector space. A vector space, a vector is simply a list of numbers that represent a data point, where each number is a feature. For example, a customer's data can be represented as a vector with features like age, income, and purchase frequency. When we collect many of these vectors, they form a vector space, essentially the mathematical environment where machine learning models operate. Understanding vector spaces is crucial because most data science algorithms depend on measuring distances, directions, and relationships between vectors.
Linear algebra in data science and machine learning. Data sets are collection of these data vectors. When arranged, they form a matrix where each row is a data point and each column is a feature. This matrix representation is crucial because it allows us to apply powerful linear algebra operations. The concept of distance and similarity between data points is crucial in many algorithms. The Euclidean distance is a common way to measure how far apart two vectors are in a vector space, and algorithms like k-nearest neighbors, KNN, and k-means clustering. A model's performance relies on calculating these distances to find similar data points or form clusters. Here's a practical example. Imagine you have a customer described by their age, income, and purchase frequency. Each customer becomes a vector with these values. For example, customer, customer A might be young, with low income and shops rarely. Customer B could be middle aged with higher income and shops more often. Customer C is somewhere in between. When we place these customers in a vector space, we can calculate the distance between them. If customer C is closer to customer B than to customer A, then we can say that C behaves more like B. This helps business groups customers into segments, which is useful for targeted marketing or product recommendation. Key idea: Euclidean distance helps us to find which customers are most similar in behavior.
Apply K nearest neighbors or KNN. Suppose a new customer joins 28 20 0004. KNN finds their K closest neighbors in the vector space. If most neighbors belong to the young budget shoppers group, the new customer assigned to that segment. Real life application. Retail and e-commerce recommending products. People like you bought this. Banking. Grouping clients for targeted credit offers. Marketing. Personalized promotion for specific customer segments. Engine vectors are special vectors that, when a linear transformation represented by a matrix is applied to them, only change in magnitude, not in direction. The amount by which they are scaled is called an eigenvalue. The prefix eigen comes from the German word characteristic or own, as this vector and values are intrinsic to the transformation itself. A primary application is principal component analysis or PCA. In PCA, the covariance matrix of the dataset is computed and its eigenvectors are found. The eigenvectors corresponding to the largest eigenvalues represent the principal components, which are new dimensions that captures the most variance in the data. By selecting only a few of these components, we can reduce the dimensionality of the dataset while retaining the most of the importance information. Detailed case study. Data science, customer behavior analysis. The problem, a retail company has a data set with 50 customer features, age, income, spending, categories, product preference, shopping frequency, and etc. Analyzing all 50 dimensions is complex and often redundant. Apply PCA. PCA computes eigenvectors and eigenvalues of the covariance matrix of the dataset. Eigenvectors, principal components, new directions that capture patterns in the data. Eigenvalues tell us how much variance each principal component explains. Example: first principal component explains 40% of the variance. Second explains 25%. Third explains 15%. Together, top three components explains 80% of the dataset's variation, so we reduce from 50 features. Step 3. Real life. Use instead of analyzing 50 raw features. The company works with three meaningful components: PC1, overall spending, level PC2, preference for luxury versus budget product, PC3, frequency of online versus in-store purchases. This simplifies customer segmentation and improves clustering or visualization. Impact: faster models, less computation needed, clear insights, easier to explain patterns to managers, better decision, focused marketing strategies for different customer groups.
Today we're going to talk about matrix decomposition, a powerful tool in linear algebra that helps simplify complex problems. Matrix decomposition is a process of breaking down a complex matrix into a product of simpler matrices. Think of it like factoring an integer. For example, the number 12 can be factored into 2 times 2 times 3. In the same way, decomposition allows us to see the underlying structure of data by expressing a matrix in terms of simpler components. U and V are orthogonal matrices that the columns of U are the left singular vectors and the column of V are the right singular vectors. These vectors give us new simpler base for our data.
sigma is a diagonal matrix. Its diagonal entries are the singular values. The numbers are similar to eigenvalues that they represent the importance of the corresponding singular vectors. In short, singular value decomposition take a complicated matrix and expresses in the terms of rotations and scalings. This makes it easier to analyze data, compress image, and solve many problems in machine learning and data science. The goal is to use matrix decomposition to predict missing ratings. User preference come from U and the product attributes come from V transpose. To predict rating, we multiply the user vector, singular value, and product vectors. For example, predicting users 1's rating for product 2. M1 and 2 is equal to 1, 5, 0 is equal to 0. In real application, SVD reconstruct a denser matrix to estimate all missing values. The key idea is the talent factors from decomposition help approximate and fill in missing data.